Whoop, 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 whoop. Just in lighting. It's lighting. Just like, I gotta get off Twitter. I'm a little hard on Twitter right now. Take me away from Twitter. Put me on stream. Hello, I'm on stream. I'm not on Twitter. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm not Leon Noel, but I've been listening to him say that for 8 months. Okay. Need to update this. So it's going through all the things that I thought I could do on stream today, and I was like, oh, there's like 7 things. I really want to get started on my 100 hours project. Like, I had a start, and then I need to fine tune it a little bit because I want to use React, but I can at least get started on the concept a little bit. I can map out what my components are going to be. I can think about the back end. So much you could do. You know, the way that my brain works is like I get big picture concepts first, and then I will fine tune things. So I kind of have a big picture understanding, for better or worse, of how React works, and then I feel like I'm like, oh, this is definitely how this is gonna be for me. So is that in the screen? Maybe we'll do some Figma. Let's talk about only clouds. And then we are going to talk about bangers. Bangers with friends. Okay. You know what I need is I need like a soundboard where I can make myself repeat. Alright. Oh, it's covering my face. Does. Aha. Okay, so that's good. This is where I want the mic to be. I want it to be like right here. I'm sure you're asking yourself, Rachel, why haven't you bought a mic stand yet? And you know what? I'm asking myself the same question. I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. I'll get around to it. If anybody comes in here, we're going to discuss this article. I need to get my Chrome up. Somebody was like, I came in there and then you didn't do anything you said you were going to do, so I left. No, I don't want that. This is what I want. Yeah, okay. It's very important work that I'm doing. Gosh. Let me just move this over here. Does this kind of look like a butt? Just move the chat box over there. I mean, nobody's really chatting that much right now. Webcam source, alert box. Welcome. Put the just doing some house cleaning. Chat box, webcam source, alert box, webcam image, chat box, image, alert box, emote wall, sound alerts. Sound alerts. Okay, yeah, that's good. Follower goal. That thing never works. Where's the poll? Just gonna be me talking to myself today, I think. Starting soon text. Boom. Okay, that's always gonna be weird. Plans for today, broccoli. Stretch wheel. Alright, move the stretch wheel over here. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, Pri. Because I wanted to ask you this question. Has anybody gotten the potato? That was not the question. This is the question. Alright, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? This is really why I started streaming today. This is why I started streaming. I don't understand. I need to hold on. Alright, hold on. Okay. The reason I left early on Tuesday is because I got tested for ADHD and the doctor's like, I'm probably going to give you this diagnosis, but I haven't gotten it back yet. Billy Corgan. Oh, man. Alright. One thing at a time, everybody. That's me, my brain. Okay, so this is the results. Can everybody see this? This is the results. To your potato broccoli comment, Crystal has done it, like used up almost all of their channel points and has never gotten the potato. Alright. I feel like there's I think this is wrong. I'm just saying that what are the criteria that they're using? Because North Carolina is not snaky. North Carolina is kind of dumb. And I think North Carolina should be a Hufflepuff. I also feel like Illinois, like what's snaky about Illinois? Like Illinois doesn't even have snakes. Like, and I know that's the point, but like it's not cunning. It's not a cunning place. There's all right, let's look at the rules. Because sometimes I just go with my own opinions about things. Okay. Courage, determination, showing bravery. Destined for greatness, shrewd and ambitious. And I also throw cunning in there because that's how I think about it. Ravenclaw would be wisdom, analyzer, overachiever. And then Hufflepuff would be loyal, trustworthy, and humble. And I also think of them as just kind of like laid back, like chill. Goofy? Yeah. What? First of all, this is so stupid. You can't do this to an entire state. Yeah, for real. Like, Louisiana. The vibe in the South is like so Hufflepuff. I don't know what we were thinking. Like, Florida is Hufflepuff. Right? There's nothing Slytherin about Florida. Nothing. People die because they like get drunk and fall off of things in Florida. Like, I don't understand how that's shrewd. Okay, and then Wouldn't California be Gryffindor? I kind of feel like Illinois should be Ravenclaw or Gryffindor, but maybe that's my Chicago bias. But that's just the way that Illinois falls, anyways. Like Chicago just pulls the whole state somewhere. Hawaii should be Hufflepuff, right? It just see, exactly. If you read the whole series, and on this stream, we do not support TERFs, but this series has taken on a life of its own. We know that the smartest kids were in Ravenclaw, and I don't know. What's up, Ryan K. Hawkins? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We're discussing this mind-blowing, like, who decided this? Who made these votes? I'm sorry, I didn't read it enough. Okay. Polled 1,000 people. These people are wrong. They're wrong people. The people... Were all of these people just like, okay, red state should be Slytherin? That's not even how this rolled out, though. Because... yeah. Exactly. We could write like any code that would produce better results, honestly. I mean, I got 2 or 3 hours here. Do you want to write a AI? I can't write an AI. I don't have any machine learning skills, but like the F. 27 states were sorted into Slytherin. Okay, but at a national scale, if it was just random, it would make more sense. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, absolutely. Only 3 states were sorted into Gryffindor. How does Utah make sense as a Gryffindor? If it just, Mormons aside, if you look at the companies that come out of Utah, I think that it makes way more sense. Way more sense as like Ravenclaw. Like the companies that come out of Utah. Seriously, this is bananas. Maybe this is all a lie and they did use math.random, but that's so much Ravenclaw. That's not random. And this is BS, according to me. Like, Americans agreed that this is correct. Was it the same Americans that took the test? No, Barry, I'm not. I'm just on Twitch right now. Also, hello, welcome. Are you a bot? Barry Carter. Carrie Barter. That's how you find bots. That's how you find them. That's how you seek them out. You ask them directly. Hello, are you a Russian bot? Are you malware? Hey, is this program malware? Is this malicious? But what do you mean? What do you mean we did this already? We haven't looked at this before. What are you talking about? I've never seen this before. Also, I don't think I could have because it was just posted 22 hours ago. Are you talking about me asking you if you're a bot? Yeah, absolutely. Some of us are malware. I don't know if you've met people, but some of those people voted for this quiz and said that 27 states are Slytherin. Oh yeah, I don't know. It's just the way that you came in and asked me a question without saying, "Hey, Rachel, what's up? How's your day going?" I see you. I see you. Like what you said 2 months ago. We did this. I see you once every 2 months, and then you're like, "Hey, random question, Bob, are you a bot?" What's happening? Was I answering questions? Hello, Bob. Have you? No. Barry Carter, are you? I mean, I would love to pair code. Everybody be cool. Be cool, everybody. Everybody be cool. I love the idea of pair coding with people. I'm not a very fast coder, but I think I am thorough. I was writing a blog about my Morse code app this morning. Seriously, in regards to me not being fast. Yeah. That's true. It's really interesting Twitch sometimes because I never know who's gonna show up. But I used a lot of hashtags today, so maybe that's what's happening. I was like hashtags. Yeah, Breakheart, I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna see, are you a bot or not? I'm really joking. I'm joking. I don't think you are. You're not talking like a bot anymore. What do you like to code? What kind of things do you code? Barry Carter. I've been trying to start like co-streaming. You look like okay, so you have 13 followers and you don't have any streams. What's up, Victoria? I mean, you can post a link. I'm not sure I'm gonna click on it because you don't have any VODs and you don't have any images and you don't have any information on your profile, so that makes me a little scared. I want to go back to Bob. Okay, that is a GitHub link. Beat caps. Tree master READMAA. Was I singing a song? Oh god. Tell me, what is this project about? Can't you like encode things though? Tree master READMA. I'm gonna look you up on hyper localized data. GitHub. Barry Carter. Beat caps. Tree. What kind of code is this? What are you coding in? What is the language? I'm like, oh man, this is so many files, Barry Carter. You came on screen and you're like, this person has ADHD. I can get them to do whatever I want. You're making me nervous because like I went to your repo on my other computer and I can't find this file. So I'm like, bro. Let's find tree. Check out the entire tree as separate directories. Oh, there's your get me, read me. Barry Carter. My primary goal is to clutter up GitHub with things that are only useful to me and won't benefit anyone else. Oh, Ryan Hawkins lurking. Hello. Oh, these are a lot of tiny little things. Shows world time zones in an unusual way. Disclaimer, a lot of this stuff is crappy. But I'm putting it in here with the hopes of improving it. These files are open captioned for the humor impaired. Alright, okay, I'll click on your file. It's like, can I scroll on my own thing? Oh, It's like too big, can't read it. This challenge will be to store, retrieve, and map this information efficiently, leveraging existing APIs when possible. You know how I feel about leveraging existing APIs. It's hard. I was trying to make a weather API, and I kept hitting up against paywalls, and I was like, paywalls, why are you like this? Why have paywalls got to be like this? Barry, this so many words. Is this a good one? Oop. Oop. No, I don't want you to, don't want anybody to know where I am. I'll just tell you. Okay, God, Jesus Christ. Save the cookies. Off. Squarespace is everywhere. Look. Wow, that was an annoying user experience. They think I'm in London now. Ha 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 ha. Alright. You know what I prefer? I'm going to take back control of my stream. Seriously, Billy Corgan. I just called you Billy Corgan like 7 times, and then I actually read your name as Billy Corgan. I bet you get that all the time. Sorry. It's fine. All right, so you were going for that, actually. You were like, I know people will call me Billy Corgan. Wait, is their name Billy Corgan or is it Billy Corgan? Billy. Corgan. We did it. All right, so here's the thing. Yeah, I gathered that. What is this judgment? Listen, I have this mic from podcasting, and I usually put it over here. Hello. I need to get a mic stand. I just can't decide which one I want. I want one of the mic stands that goes like from the back of the desk to the front. You're like flattering me. Rude. but it is $100. And then I think I would need to get like a different attachment because my mic is skinnier than that mic. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll get one that attaches over here and does this. Oh, my light is showing again. And then whatever. The whole point is I just pretend like I'm, a stand-up comic, and I just hold it like this. And then sometimes I type. Sometimes I actually code. All right, so Barry Carter, I'm gonna need to plan if I do something with you on stream, but I'm happy to. I like working on projects on stream, but this is a lot of words, and you can whisper at me, or I'm pretty easy to find on Twitter, and a Twitter DM is cool. But yeah, we can make a, what is the thing? Hyperlocalized data, something to do with weather. I mean, I love climate stuff, so this is cool. I like it. Let's do it. I'm not afraid of you anymore. You don't seem to be a bot. Just like coming for me. You're like, wow, you don't have a mic stand? Wow, don't talk if you're not holding it. God. If I can't hear you, what is the point? All right, so we all got over this. We're over it. It's bad. It's stupid. It came in a little hot. Coming in a little hot for this person I talked to a month ago. 2 months ago, apparently. Yeah, it's good. I'm in a good mood. Everybody's having a great time. I will look forward to hearing from you. All right. I love it. Direct is good. I would rather know what you're thinking than someone be like, oh no, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay. And then you're just, so yeah, I did not burp into the mic, which is good. That's something I've learned not to do. Okay. This is pretty light today, so we can swing through that, or we can look at questions we have to answer. But what I really want to do, yeah, it's just it's like the difference between it's like the difference between running a local server and running it on the web. Like I had the environment that I needed, and then I needed to put it in a different environment, and now I need to upgrade, right? So I need a different mic stand, and it's going to cost me more. And I'm not going to throw my camera around and show you like what's happening in my desk area right now, but I can't just get the I got a lot of things happening here. And Crystal was like, you know what? Maybe we just get you a new mic too. And I'm like, yeah, maybe we get a new mic too, but this mic is pretty good. I just have to be very close to it. I'm like eating it for everybody to hear me, because I have it. I mean, it's getting into the yellow a little bit. Barry Carter's like, stop talking about the mics. It is all the way up on Streamlabs. So people are like, oh, you're too quiet. And I'm like, I am eating my mic and it's all the way up. That's all I was trying to say. The stream is so bossy today. Yeah, that's the thing, is like having a mic stand that will get it close enough to my face consistently. So what is 100 hours? It's my 100 hours project. uh, Barry Carter, you can come back. You're funny. Yeah, it's a 100 hours project. It's an app I'm building that should take at least 100 hours to build. That's even a more specific answer. So my goal is to build an app, hopefully using React, which, yeah, hell yeah, 100 devs, here we are, in-house, whoop, whoop. Do I have even an appropriate sound for that? It'll probably be a web app. I don't know if I'll have time to put it on a... That was for 100 devs, right? We go get on a platform, but I think the goal would be to do that eventually. So I'm still willing to help you. Okay, so here's the on the not creative side of things. Barry Carter just showed us like 600 things in their GitHub that are ideas. I don't know if my Figma is signed in. Ooh, what is this? No, it's not there. Alright, so it's an app that helps you track your water usage over time. Actually, it's water savings over time. So there, oh, you can't see that because you're not looking at my code. Alright, so this is just a front page. I don't think I built out a different page. And I made a mistake, is that I don't know what I was thinking. It's like I made a desktop and I really should do it on mobile. So that was one of the things I was going to do today, was go back and wireframe it on mobile. Because what was I even thinking? Like, everything's mobile first right now. Bananas. All right, so basically the idea is you can do it individually or you can do it on a team. You hit track and then it takes us to so not manually. Actually, there's two different ways to track. So there would be sort of actions that put you on like a time schedule. So like if you save a certain amount of water by not having the water running while you brush your teeth, that would be like every 12 hours it tracks the savings for that. Or there'll be other actions that like are special actions that would be a savings. So then you would track those manually because they would be special time actions. So this is actually a response to an app that I used at work when I was the director of corporate engagement at a nonprofit here in North Carolina. And we had to sell this to corporations, like Fortune 500 companies. And there were things that were wrong with it that pissed me off so much. I was like, I can make a better app. It doesn't read your water meter because all the water savings aren't directly related to your water meter. So that wouldn't capture all of your water savings. And it's not necessarily like based off the water that you're using. It's more related to the water that you're saving. So it's like an inverse relationship. So like if you go to work and you work, I know this is not as related for some people, but if you go to work and all the work toilets are low flow toilets, you could track your low flow toilets at work, but that's not going to be related to your water bill. And since a lot of these companies we were working with were working on the app in teams, they wanted to buy access to the app so that their teams could work together. So the reason I started with water is because I felt like water was the easiest thing to track for an individual. And I still have some of the data, not the data necessarily, but the like the different actions that were related to the full scale app So I'm working on my MVP, my minimum viable product, but the full scale app was water, waste, and carbon. So I have to do a lot of research to build out carbon because I would need to like find basically do a lot of math. And do math for water too, but it's not as intense. And then waste it's more estimates, right? Like I feel like there's the water is kind of like the middle of the road. Is like I don't necessarily want people out there like weighing their garbage and saying like, oh, I kept 10 pounds out of the landfill this week. Like that feels a little weird, but so yeah, I mean it's a project, it's something I'm working on, and I'm thinking about how it's gonna look and what the first steps are to build it, and what exactly the components would be and what they would look like. So you could do that, but once again, that is assuming that you only throw away trash in one place. I mean, yeah, there's definitely ways around it. And so I think it's going to come down to averages eventually on some of those things. So that's one of the things with the other app that I would sell to companies before is like they wouldn't reveal any of their data. They would just say like, oh, we figured it out. We know like it's about this much. And all the companies would be like, we want to know, wow, where you got these numbers and like how you know it's about this much. And, you know, when you're selling it to like teams of scientists, like they want to know where you got the data. And the company that built it, they were like, no, we can't reveal that, it's proprietary. And I kind of am beginning to understand why they made that proprietary, because then you get like 600 questions about like, well, why is it you know, this many kilograms, and why did you average it out to this many? And then, you know, what if it's a person over here, and how do you know it's this? You know, if you just don't reveal that information, then you don't get those questions. Oh my gosh. Barry Carter. You're retired? I have no idea what you're like. You're just like a random person to me. I have no idea. Like the vision that I had of you in my head is like constantly changing every time that you say something to me. It's great. So happy for you. Did you retire in 2018? Is that when you started your Twitch account? But I see that the appeal of this like is very real. Like people want to know, even if it's entirely pointless and useless, like in the grand scheme of things, people want to know they're making a difference, and they want to see that like mapped out. So okay, all right, yeah, whatever. Go with that. You can have whatever name you want. What was Jimmy Carter? Jimmy, are you related to Jimmy Carter? Jimmy Carter's still alive, right? Is that early? I think Jimmy Carter is like underrated. No, you're not related to him. Yes, he is alive. Okay. I feel like he's probably one of the best. The president says one of the best people, honestly. I feel like he still is out there like volunteering and stuff. Oh, Victoria. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my list over here. Hold on. Chrissy, stop it. Stop it. You know what? I got 2 mic stands right here. 2 of them. Wow. You know what I say to that? You know what I say to that? I say to that. Deal with it. 2 mic stands right here. I feel like my potato needs to be bigger. Yeah. Okay. So I also need to make a little place to put this. Seriously, it needs to fit the mic. My potato needs to be bigger. Well, I had the big potato. I sound like I said baked potato. I need to have a bigger. I had my big potato on here. I was gonna talk about my other projects. Oops. Oh, I didn't open it. I didn't turn it on. Oh my god. It's too big. How did it get so big? What happened? It's so big. Okay. Whoa. 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 That's too big. Alright, I just wanted a cute little potato. Bro. Okay. Could have fed the whole world, honestly. Alright, so the other projects, I don't know, this get ready, Ireland, it's coming in. Might have just taken out Ireland, they wouldn't have any problems after that. Only clouds. So I don't know if this will appeal to you, Barry Carter, but it was kind of like a play on words with OnlyFans, but it really just wanted to make a random image API that returns clouds. So if you're familiar with, let me see here. See, sometimes I need my hands and then I don't have them. Sit down. Sit. Ooh. I did not type. I did not talk while I was typing. So this is the dog CEO. Dog CEO is a free API that returns a dog when you fetch. Right? So you put the fetch in, you run the fetch, you get a dog image on your DOM. I want to do this. Yeah, it's like I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it. Just a. Oh, I mean, you can. Yeah, you can specify breeds if you want. Okay. So that's dog CEO. One of the ways. It's nice for. Why are we pressuring me? Did you want me to code right now? I can code, but I'm trying to figure out what my next step is in some of these projects, and hands-on keys is not always the next step. All right, I'm trying to explain only clouds. So dog site CEO. If you want a random dog, I made this for my mom for Mother's Day. It gets you a random cat, a random Bible verse, right? I looked through the GitHub list of like public APIs, and there's nothing for clouds. I love clouds. I take pictures of clouds all the time. I'm like, these APIs, do I have my Oh, it's over here. These APIs don't seem that difficult to build once you come on GitHub. They don't seem that difficult to build once you know how server side works. I can't find it. I can't find my own freaking repository. Mom, do I not have it up there? Mom. Interesting. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what am I saying? What am I saying? I want to build Only Clouds API so that I have this https://onlyclouds/API/clouds. And then you could do, I don't think I'm going to do sorted. I think it's all going to be random clouds. So you just get a cloud. Boop, 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 boop. Clouds. I don't even think I need a help. I just need to know how Cloudinary works. I think Cloudinary is the one. Cloudinary. For two reasons. So for two reasons. It holds images, sound, video, other data. And then up to a certain point, it is free. If you use AWS, what do you mean, Barry Carter? Just need you to encapsulate it in 3 sentences. So you can put the images on there, because the issue with MongoDB, which I love MongoDB, I would sell my first child to MongoDB. I found it so easy to use. It doesn't hold images like that. It holds it basically just holds objects. So you would need to have the link. You need the link to the image. And this was already you already have the image. It keeps it, right? So then when you go over here and you put in your boop, 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 then the image just comes from Cloudinary and boop, boop, boop. Is everybody with me? We're all good? Okay, only clouds. So what I need help with is, because I don't pay for OnlyFans. I don't do anything with that. Is a front end to Cloudinary. I mean, it's full stack because you're building the server side to call the Cloudinary. So you're doing the, I think what basically, I guess the full stack would be that I was thinking maybe some people would want to submit images. Yeah. The data comes from Cloudinary. I'm not hosting data locally, so the clouds are in the cloud. Clouds in the cloud. Put those clouds in the cloud. Clouds in the cloud. Put the clouds in the cloud. Bow, 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 bow. I mean, where else would the clouds be? I think the two of you need to figure this out. But that sounds cool. Fractally generated snowflake API. Okay, my last idea, which no one can steal this. I mean, do whatever you want. Where is it? Just chatting. Okay, last idea. everybody can see it. I move my head this way. Wait, why is my watch yelling at me? Okay, just put the words over my face, okay? Nobody wants potatoes. Although I would say there's so many animal APIs. Like you can put cats, dogs, birds. There's an Exotle API, but there's just a dearth of like plants, trees, clouds, vegetables would be great. I think there's room. Yes. I'm going to go out on a limb say that like potatoes in general are not that interesting to look at. There's lots of different types of potatoes. Like there's this guy right here, which I would say is probably a golden Yukon potato. You got the russets, and then you got the ones that are like purple on the inside, purple on the outside, red on the outside, red on the inside. The ones that are just like white on the outside, white on the inside. Some that are like blackish on the outside, white on the inside. Different types of like cooked potatoes. All right, somebody's a stream hijacker, and it starts with a B. I don't hate it though. All right, so my last project that I'm talking about right now is tentatively called Bangers of Friends, and that one it just came to me a couple days ago because I've been sharing Spotify playlists with my friend Jess back and forth like the entire time since. No, don't eat raw potatoes. Okay, and ew. But also, I mean, everybody can have whatever they like, and also, should we include sweet potatoes? Sad. Did you know that potatoes are clones? Is that interesting? I thought that only clouds was the way, but I guess only potatoes is the one. Okay, everybody focus for like 30 seconds. So, I've been sharing Spotify playlists back and forth with my friend Jess since 2020, and it's really fun to like share music back and forth, but we have to just send the playlist link and then share our comments over text. And since making a social media clone is something that a lot of people do while they're learning to code different things, I thought, why not make my social media clone a way for people to share podcasts with each other and then comment on the podcast. Rascal, you joined the Only Potato stream. We're talking about building Only Potatoes API, and then I'm talking about a social media clone, which I was talking about sharing Spotify playlists back and forth so people could comment on them, and it would have a user login so you could make your own profile where you could say like which genres you're interested in, and people could follow each other, and then like upvote the playlists they like the most, follow the people with the playlists they like the most, because Spotify has like, they have an API, right? So you can put their playlist pretty much anywhere. I've seen people do things with Spotify API, which is not I mean, I'm sure it's annoying, but it doesn't sound like it's the worst API to work with. I mean, it doesn't sound like the Wikipedia API, which is like, boo, Wikipedia API, boo. Boo. But also Spotify, I mean, you can just link to their pet playlists. They're not even... the Wikipedia API, my partner is making a bird call app with it, and there's a I think it's like the sort of like just the reference number for the article is in the object for the information at a point at which you would want to get more information, like drill into the object further. So you have to kind of like do this weird... Barry Carter, I don't know how much JavaScript you know, but like you have to do this like weird little dance to get inside of the object. You have to like verify that it exists, and it's... Are you familiar with Wikidata? We figured it out. We got in there, but it wasn't my favorite experience. We did it on stream. I think that stream might still be up. You know, the thing I'm not that great at is porting all of my streams to YouTube. I forget to do it. That sounds a little bit... What's more computerish than using API? Wikipedia is text. Wikidata is text. Object data is text. Is it text? We're getting the JSON data. Is it not JSON? It's not if it's not JSON, I don't know what to do with it. Is that JSON? I don't know what to do with it. I mean, let's see. I can show you the this is not the... I can show you the repo. Oh, XML. I haven't done too much with XML yet. Bird calls, here we go. I think the thing is that we got in there. Okay, that's Antarctica. My partner's really good at commenting. So nice. Silly. I am not showing you the code. Okay, here we go. The part where we got in there was yeah, wiki done object results extracting the thumbnail source. I don't know if that's... Oh no, it's down here. Right. So we had to make sure that that page object ID was not undefined. And then you could put it back in there. I think this is... to make sure that they put a... No, read me. Oh, I don't actually know what the... Did add a read me. Yeah, because how else are you going to get the image of the bird? Look at that. And you can play the sound. What? That's a good one. Oh wow, 12 seconds is kind of long. Cool. Cute. Whoa. We're working on styling. So. It's cute, right? So right now there's like a placeholder image, so you know that that's going to show up, and then a placeholder like text, so you know that this, it's not just going to like, whoa, all this stuff. But it's really cool. You can get birds by any place. It seems suspect. Why is it loud? They're loud to me. I don't know if they're loud to all y'all. Just getting all the gulls. So there's a lot of like ideas about this app, like making a game where we could have the most common birds and have people test themselves, like show the image and then or play the sound and then show the images of 3 of them, and you pick the one that the sound matches up with. And then also some other ways to like learn the birds that are most common. So that's definitely in the works, but yeah, I don't know that much about XML. I'm really just a JavaScript baby right now. Wow. Doves. Doves have such interesting sounds. Alright. So. Oh, look, my email. I was under the impression that XML was smaller, like smaller packages, but I might be wrong about that. Let's see. This is not the screen I wanted. This is the screen that I wanted. So those are the 4, so many projects. Oh yeah, and this is another project that's in progress, but it's pretty much like where I want it right now, and I'm just adding one other thing. So this was the thing we've been working on most recently on stream. Yeah, it's an awful quiz. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands of birds. I think that Crystal narrowed it down from like, because there's something with the randomizer. It like wouldn't randomize them over 500 or something. It was just like a limit of it. So there's less than 500, less than 400 birds in each category, which is still like a ridiculous amount of birds. And then you would have to, I'm sure there's people that can do it, probably like 6 people in the world, but I don't know. Anyway, so this was my pet project for the break that we were on, and I need to reach out to some of the people in our program that have recently gotten jobs, because I'm curious to see what their increases are. And then I add a stories page, which is working pretty good right now. I haven't gotten anybody to put one in, but that's also some outreach I need to do. I was talking with Chrissy. I don't know if Chrissy's still on there. About yet another page that we could add to this, which would be like more of a, are you in progress with your career change, and sort of like have a timeline that you could say like, okay, this is when I started to learn to code, and this is how I started to learn to code, and this is when I completed my first big project in this language, and then, you know, this is when I started learning another language, and this is when I started to feel, you know, competent in this language. So that for, not only for like individual users, you could look back on your progress and like see how long it took you to learn certain things, but also for people who are logged in and like looking at the different timelines, they could see other people's progress. And so the question about it is like, is that motivating or demotivating? Because for some people, they'd be like, wow, I'm learning on pace with other people. Like, this is great. I can assume that within 2 to 3 months, I will be able to do these other things. Bye. But then on, and in other circumstances, like if you're behind that pace and you're learning a little bit slower for whatever reason, maybe you're like, well, shoot, I'm never going to learn. And that would be really, really sad. So, I don't know why. I don't know why, but here, let me, wait, hold on. Crystal just sent me this picture. Did I get enough big cucumbers is what they said, but it's also just really funny to get this picture. Yeah. So I think that's definitely like, hey, Victoria, does that sound like an app you want to build? Okay, everybody, be cool. It doesn't even know what that doesn't mean anything. And they're cucumbers, they're not eggplants. Like tiny little eggplants. All right. I'm all over the place. So I think, let me think. Bank. Let's do a poll. There's 7 people, including me. Whoa. Channel. Whoa. Insights. Settings. I always forget to set up a poll. How to do it. Viewer rewards. Streaming tools. Content. Stream manager. Found it. Okay. You can vote if you want to. You can vote for this little poll. I hope that the song doesn't get me a copyright strike because I'm not singing it in the right key. It's dangerous to sing anything on stream. Hello. You can vote if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. We can figure out what hyperlocalized data is in this meantime. Boop, 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 boop. Pow, pow. Some people don't care. They're leaving. You think I'm thirsty? Fine. We should do the stretch wheel because I have it all set up. But I think it's appropriate to do the stretch wheel is we need to switch up the music a little bit. It's just the good music. What? This music is terrible. You can code if you want to. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Mavi's always right. Alright, who's ready to stretch? So, if you redeem stretch now, I spent like an hour setting this up on Monday. Was it Monday? What's the day? Thursday? Holy crap. Where does time go? What is time? Wow! Okay. So, this is not as loud for you as it is for me. If you redeem stretch now, I have a stretch wheel. Stretch your arms. Let's spin the wheel again. Stretch your shoulders. I'm trying to get stretch everything. Here's a real one. Here's the real one. This is Mavi Sunshine. Mavi Sunshine. Woo! Stretch your back. It's way easier in a chair, but. Oh no! Oh, I'm stuck. Ah! Oh. Okay. That was good, actually. Have you noticed that, like, you either stand or sit, like, in the same place all the time? Whew. Whew. In the same position. Whew. Wow. All right. That was a wild ride. That was intense. That was stretch. What a stretch. We stretched it. We did it. Okay. All right. Everybody said we should do bank interview questions. We are here to learn. We are not here to work. We are here to learn. learning is working is learning. What are we going to learn today? It's gonna be it's JavaScript. Actually, you know what? We should go back and do the CSS because I'm never gonna do it on my own, and if I do it on stream, at least somebody will be watching me do it. CSS. I still have this music on. It's like bumping. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit though. This is not bank music. Sorry, Night Call by Gasper. Just the spur. We're going back to lo-fi. Chill hop. Chill pop. Cliffside watercolors it is. Woo! Alright, let's do some work. I think I'm gonna sit down. I think I'm gonna be right back. One break for me. I'm so proud of you. Hold on, I put my headphones on. Alright, so before... Feels weird in here. Everybody give Crystal a hand for getting the potato. Everybody give Crystal a hand. So many potatoes. We got potatoes in the house. Woo! Oh man, so good. Alright, so 2 notes. This t-shirt used to say claws, cat lovers against white supremacy, and then it just started disappearing. So I'm not wearing a black t-shirt with just random white smudges on it. Used to say nice things, but and now I'm sitting down, so Will that affect my ability to work? I don't know. All right. Let's get into it. So I've been doing it in the bank for about a month, probably 6 weeks now, and I skipped ahead because I was tired of doing CSS questions. So I'm gonna put on some big person pants and go back and do CSS questions. Hey, Fair Code! That sounds better than like 50 Domino's ads that I usually get on here, or just getting slammed by Squarespace all the time. Isn't it nice when ads are actually good, and then you're like, well, maybe I don't hate ads that much, and then immediately you get an ad that you hate. But so it goes. So it goes. Welcome, Fear of Code. Do I know you? Are you a person I have other contact with who has like a random Twitch name, or are you just hanging out today? What is this? Welcome. Do you like CSS? Because that's what we're talking today. You know, in the grand scheme of things, Squarespace, not so bad. But in the not grand Squarespace of things, that is also my feeling. I feel like there's definitely a CSS flex. You know, people flex. They flex their CSS. They're like, oh, look at the 10 tips you can do to do the CSS thing. And I'm like, yeah, I can't know what any of those things are. Or I try one of the tips and then I break my whole website. I learned Bootstrap. I did Bootstrap, and that just changed my life. And now all my projects look at least like doable, like they look normal. They look like a website instead of just look like something I made in 2003 with my butt. How do you serve your pages for feature-constrained browsers? Feature-constrained browsers. What techniques, processes do you use? So I'm guessing that this question would be thinking about cross-browser compatibility and something related to... Does this want me to talk about jQuery? Because I don't want to talk about jQuery. Ooh. How do you serve your pages? Graceful degradation. Oh. That's true. That's true, Mabby. I think I've been definitely strengthening those neurons that had just a flimsy understanding of Flexbox. They're like, oh yeah, I know. Flex direction, let's do it. Justify. So what I'm thinking about the progressive enhancement. See, this is not what I thought the answer was going to be. Feature constrained browsers. Oh, bye. Chrissy Codes has a bye sound, and I'm really tempted to add a bye sound because it makes me laugh so much. Also, thank you, Fear of Code, for the follow. I think I need to make my follow shape bigger because I hear the sound, but then I don't see the shape. And I like when people have like a big old GIF. Everybody who streams spends so much time like updating their stream and making it look nice. I don't think you know what the behind the scenes is. Doing a stream is a 100-hour project. All right, let me do some Googling here. Also, I was gonna say like, shut up about Edge. Bye bye. Internet Explorer. Okay. How to serve to. This is the same answer. The practice of building an application for I really gotta get a mic stand. I'm adding it to my list for today. What is graceful degradation? The practice of building an application for modern browsers while ensuring it remains functional in older browsers. Are these not kind of the same thing, kind of? The practice of building an application for a base level of user experience. Okay, so one is like forward looking backwards, and one is forward looking forward. One is from now, like where you are now, looking forward. So if we can get the base level, then we can do more if your browser ends up being, or your operating system or whatever this better. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be a better answer. But if anybody has an opinion, I'm open to it. Use can I use? I'm really curious if people have, or if we even need these things. Can I use? Oh, you know what? I've used this before. Does everybody know about the has the has pseudo class, the has pseudo class, and the is pseudo class? I guess for a while that these pseudo classes were not supported on iOS, and that just came out, especially that just came out updated at the conference this year. The conference. There's like a Chrome conference, I think. Chrome. It's a Chrome conference. Why would it be Chrome if it's Safari? There's like a I/O conference. I'll say silly stuff and then I won't know what I'm talking about. That's a popular opinion. Is it the Chrome? Google. Bye bye. This is a situation. All right, so what I'm really getting down to is that there's this very nice CSS element that basically you can apply to your selector, or use as a selector that basically says like anything that has this in it should look this way, and it wasn't working on iOS, like Safari, like anywhere. And then there was an update this year to make it work. So now you should play with it. That's all I'm trying to say. That is why I have seen this website before, because I was looking at has on here. The end. But I'm just gonna say Can I Use is a great resource. You know what's not a great resource? Using my stupid books to try to get my microphone from falling over. Yeah. Did you know that Modernizer is a collection of super fast tests, or it detects, as they call it, which run your web page loads, and then you can use the results to tailor the experience to the user. Has anybody used Modernizer? Curious. All web developers come up against differences between browsers and devices. Yes? Tell me how you use it. I'm curious. Okay, so the only situation in which I've had and maybe I don't know this, but like the situation in which I've had an issue with like cross-browser or cross-device compatibility is in my Morse code app. Autoplay is disabled by default on iPhones. And I'm still working on the enabling autoplay so that all of the Morse code will play, because now the way that it works on an iPhone is it'll just play one set or one number basically, and then it stops. So you push the button and it just plays the first symbol, and it doesn't play the whole set of symbols, which is not a problem necessarily because I made it for my dad and he has an Android. So the target user is pleased, but if I want to show it to anyone or talk about it in an interview, I do need to fix it, because I'm assuming that what percentage of people have iPhones? Ooh. I'm gonna put this in there just so I have it. Okay. Okay. But before I forget. So like 50% of people have iPhones in the States. That's I actually think that's lower than I thought it would be. Um Alright, I'm gonna stick with that for now. What are the different ways to visually hide content? Okay. Ooh, and oh, I love a CDN. Is this bad that I love a CDN? This is a good question, and I feel like you might know this, Victoria, because you seem to know a lot of things. Can you have too many? Can you like over CDN? It seems like maybe it's cheaper to use CDNs. Yeah. Would it be like if one CDN fails, does it stop the whole site from loading? That would be the question, I guess. Because if you're the more expensive thing to do would be to have the library as part of your site, because then you have to load the library, right? Unless it's a full stack site in which you have the library on your server, so then you're not loading the whole thing, it's on your server. Server's hosted, you're not fully whole library. The library is like being accessed as needed. But if you have a CDN, that works the same way because that's elsewhere. So is there a downside to using a CDN if you don't need the whole library as part of your app? I don't know. I think it's fine. I like them. I mean, they're lightweight, right? It's just one line of code. Gets you the whole thing. I think it just limits your customability for some things. I like it. I'm into it. Alright, different ways to visually hide content. So we got display none. Oh, display none. Display hidden. Ooh, other ones. Those. There's none of these. Interesting. Oh, because this is related to accessibility. Bye bye. They referenced W3. Oh no. I guess I feel like I need to know more about ARIA because I've seen ARIA tags, but then I read something like this is that like they're later incorporated into HTML5, which is more accessible just by nature. What happens if you use display none? Does that mean you just don't see it? Does that mean accessibility doesn't see it? What? Why do I feel like... Well, there's your answer. Okay. Great. That's great news. Thank you for that. Boo. Is it true that they're not that they're being implemented? See, this was confusing to me, this warning. I always read warnings in the MDN because it's like, well, if you had to make a warning, why didn't you just change the article? This song is tripping me out. What is happening? I think I'm gonna have to do something about this music on Twitch because it's affecting my it's affecting my my Spotify like algorithm. So now I'm getting all these like your daily mix and it's all songs like this. And I just want everyone to know that if I'm not streaming on Twitch, I'm not listening to songs like this. I listen to like a wide range of songs that actually have words in them. And are not copyright. Like, you know, I like to listen to a lot of music, and I don't want Spotify to just show me chill hop. Dang it! But okay, here's the thing: I would have to pay for it, right? You know what I should do? I just don't want to pay for it. I just don't want to pay for it. So I'm just gonna deal with it. I'm gonna play as much music as I can when I'm not on Twitch. Just the most music as I can. Just every possible music. Terrible. Terrible. Is that doxing? Is that the definition of doxing? It's fine. I mean, well, let me look at it. It'll be like hold on, no, all of these are fine. Oh no, don't do that. See all. This is the one. It's like, I don't know any of these people. Who are these people? Okay, so 1 out of 6 is fine. 1 out of 6 is okay. I don't think I gave away personal information. I think I just told Spotify that I don't like that I like the music that I don't. Oh, stop it. This frickin' song. Okay. Alright. Back to it. Anyway, the point is what was I talking about? Aria. I don't understand Aria. I really do want everything to be accessible, but I was reading this warning and it said developers should prefer using the correct semantic HTML elements over using ARIA. For instance, native elements have built-in keyboard accessibility. Native to HTML roles and states. However, if you choose to use ARIA, you are responsible for mimicking the equivalent browser behavior in script. Who is Ethan? All right. Also, Chrissy, were you here for the discussion about whether the states... Oh, that's the wrong one. The state... No. Did I close that? I don't know what's happening. If you come to my house and look at me through the window, I'll just make Ernest bark at you. It's just if I accidentally dox myself. It's like Ernest is gonna bark at you until he dies. Yeah, the states. This is my right. Okay, here we go. Back up here one more time for the kids in the back. The states sorted by Harry Potter houses. We absolutely did spend 10 minutes on this at the beginning of the stream, but I think it's worth repeating that this is absolute nonsense. They polled 1,000 people that took the sorting hat test on the Hogwarts test. You were here for that? I don't remember anything that happened in this stream. I remember that Barry Carter was here. I thought he was a bot, and he's not. Barry Carter's not a bot. I talked about all my upcoming projects. Everybody told me that they were wrong. I talked about the project that you talked to me about, and Crystal said we should make it a separate app because it's worth it to make it a separate app. It's going to take the world by storm, and everybody who's transitioning into tech will want to have a spot on that app. And Victoria said that she didn't want to build it with me. And I don't know what state you live in, but North Carolina is not a snake. Yes. Honestly, it might actually be good to have it partially in Python and Django because, I think there are limitations to what's happening here. Well, I don't know React yet, but I'm working on it. But, we could F some shit up. So what's the point of me censoring myself if I'm going to only censor one of the words that are generally considered not appropriate? The chaos! Okay, anyway. Angular. Why? No, literally why? Okay, here's 2 ways to do it. Here's 6 ways to do it. Meta tags. Yeah, I'm not touching area. I'm not, after reading this, not doing it. So the way that I understand the world right now is that Django and Django and Python are like friends. Oh, hold on. I have one more question. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. You should learn Svelte or Vue. But you said you already knew some Vue. Is that right? I was just listening to a podcast. It's called the Ladybug Podcast. It's like 3 devs that... That's my other hand. 3 devs that do other stuff. They're like 3 lady devs and ladybugs. They bug, whatever. You get it. And they were saying, and this was in 2020, they were saying like Angular kind of like peaked and it's not as so much a thing, and like React is like on the come up, and Vue is kind of like in the middle. And like every job description I look at is like React, 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 React. And I'm looking at people in my under devs that are like, they're just like going off course and like learning React right now, and they're getting interviews and jobs for basically knowing exactly what I know plus React. And so I'm just thinking strategically, but you know Python and a whole bunch of other things that I don't know. So maybe that dances better with Angular. I'm all about like, it's a recipe. We got to make these recipes work. If I went out and learned like a little bit of everything, it's not going to help me. I got to make the recipes work, right? It's going to help me more to learn React and TypeScript than it would be to learn. Get out of here. You know how to hash passwords or whatever. That's like what we're supposed to learn over the weekend is authentication. Then I will be all powerful. What was I googling? Yeah, it's important. Like three out of the 4 apps that I've come up with recently need to have Google user authentication. So I think it's important to know how to do that. But like I said, that's our homework for this weekend is that. All right, that's what I was doing. Okay. CSS sucks. Well, maybe Chrissy has a solid beat then. I don't know. It says grid system, like there's multiple grid systems. Is this? I thought there was one grid system. Oh, I said maybe Chrissy has us all beat. You're beating the system. Are you beating the grid system though? My stomach is growling. What is a CSS grid system? Isn't that what it is? How many CSS grids are there? You gotta take care of your cat, you know, you gotta do something. Oh, they're all grid systems. Then yes, I have used CSS grid systems. Is this an opportunity for me to tell everyone how much I like Bootstrap again? Did you know that you can use either or and grid and flex in Bootstrap. I think I don't know. People love Tailwind. Tailwind is fine. I just it was just so like I was happy. I was happy for once doing CSS. You feel sad and unhappy doing something for 6 months, and then suddenly you're happy doing it, and it's just because you put a CD in and you read some documentation. You know, that's important. All right. Oh, I just want to update everyone. Potato. I have to turn it off. It's like too much for me right now. Reading, well, scanning documentation. I did a poll on Twitter about what my next emotes should be, even though my tomato and my carrot have not been approved yet. We all know that it takes a while for things to be approved. I don't know why the potato and the broccoli got approved immediately. I'm sorry, Chrissy. It is like one of the greatest surprises of my life and one of the greatest tragedies of yours, I know. But I'm thinking ahead, and so it's still gonna make fun of me for it. So basically, I am working on a plump king, like basically a fat pumpkin with a crown, and maybe by Halloween that'll be approved. And then I was gonna do Tiffany Haddish as a radish, but that evidently breaks the rules of Twitch. So, but I had sketched it out, and Crystal said it was one of the most horrifying things she'd ever seen. So it was a bad idea anyway. And then I keep thinking of vegetables and fruits that I like. So this is my deal. It's my thing. It's what I'm up to. I was at the grocery store yesterday, and the man behind me, who just kind of looked like a bored Southeast Asian dad, and no, it's bad. It's not good. It's horrifying. The Tiffany radish. You could DM me and I'll send it to you, but it's never gonna see the light of day. That's all I'm trying to say here. Giant heads of cauliflower, 4 of them, nothing else. I mean, I've been in a situation where I need cauliflower for a recipe, and maybe I get 2, but 4 just you know, it was noon on a Wednesday. Like, this is a cauliflower emergency at noon on a Wednesday. It just seems odd to me, but you know what? Everybody's living their life out here, okay? So, we are just zooming through these CSS questions. Alright. But it's not difficult. It's not difficult. Alright, so yes. Yes, I have used floats, Flexbox, and grid. I prefer to use Flex given the context of the bootstrap floats. That's it. That's the end. Alright, so have you used or implemented media queries or specific layouts, mobile specific layouts in CSS? Yes. Yes, I have What else do I want to know? All right, so I consistently had like nine to 11 people in here when I was talking randomness, and now that I'm actually working, nobody is listening to me. You're not nobody. This is stupid. Okay. This song's a vibe. I said I would go long today because I had a short stream on Tuesday. It was a power hour. I'm so hungry. Are you familiar with styling SVG? I mean, I know what a SVG is, right? So I can explain what it is. This song is like a vibe. That's not really a question though. I feel like so I've seen people actually like draw really intense things in CSS with SVG, and inline CSS. Wow, this song is great. If I was to honestly answer this question, I would say no. I find SVGs on the internet and then I put them on my sites because they have already made these shapes with the colors in them. Because who wants to do this if they're not a designer? I'm not a designer. Basic? I'm basically never going to do this, but okay. I'm just gonna copy that part. I think for this the sake of this, it's more important that I know how it works than like have an example of how to use it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I get into an interview and someone wants me to code an SVG image, even a simple one, I think I've gotten into the wrong interview. Like literally, like whoa. If I did that, if that was part of my job, like day to day, that someone wants me to create SVG images or style them, that's the wrong one for me, babe. I just want everybody to know that I've been saying babe a lot recently. Okay. Can you give an example of a media property other than screen? What is this, a test? I'm thinking. I'm thinking because I feel like I've seen some. Media property other than screen. I have like a little, like the tiniest bell going off, like in the middle of my brain, where all the ideas happen, but it's just a bell. It's not an answer. Print. That's the one. That's the one. Oh god, it's print. It was print. That was the one. Because I knew you could use it for print. I think that, I mean, for any 100 devs that are in there, I think this might have been a Shay Howe answer. It's like, just hug the microphone. I think this was a Shay Howe. Because you can tell the CSS how to style your HTML when it goes to the printer. Isn't that kind of cool? That's kind of cool, actually. You know what's cool? Nobody's talking to me now. You're all like, shut up, Rachel. It's just nice that there's only 4. I think I can actually memorize them all. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Just gonna put these in quotes. Alright, so the CSS part isn't going too bad. You know, maybe next week we'll go down to the CSS theory and do some data structures, because, yeah, you know. I know I've been like real stinky about everybody studying data structures, but it's actually on here. What are data structures? What is an algorithm? Who is Al Gore? What is a linked list? What is a tree? What is a tree? What is a queue? What is a stack? Yeah, if I'd really been like doing only bank on my stream, no one would follow me. If I would really been doing bank on my stream for the last 10 weeks, I might have already gotten to these. Man, demonstrate bubble sort. That's kind of a nice sound. I'm out of water. Alright, anyways, back to CSS. I kind of feel like CSS is harder than some of these things. Okay, sorry about all that scrolling. Wow. Scroll. I don't know if anybody's actually watching me, but I just said scrolling. And then my brain said scrolling for Columbine. Why do brains do this? Okay. Is there any other nuance for that? Nope. Gotchas. What kind of question is that? Gotchas. Gotcha. I'm just gonna read that because I don't really know. Like, don't use bang important. Specificity. Firstly, anyone that says firstly is a goober. Understand that browsers match selectors from rightmost to left. What? Retina! Welcome. What is my favorite programming language? Well, probably just JavaScript. Because that's the one I know the best. And no one has convinced me otherwise. It is a synchronous blocking single-threaded language that is loosely typed. And for that reason, you can do a lot of things with it that you can't do with other languages, but it is a little loosey-goosey when you're trying to do some things that are very secure and not messy. But, you know, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything. So, yeah, welcome in. Ruby is an interesting choice. What made you choose Ruby? Is it the employability? Because not that many people study Ruby. Is it because it's called Ruby and your name is Ruby? Do you know that song by... What is this song by... Oh, I can't remember the name of the band, but the song goes, Ruby, 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 Ruby! Sorry, that was too loud. Ruby, 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 Ruby! Da, 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 da. Okay, anyway. It makes me think of that sometimes. And then the other thing I think about when I think about Ruby is... Okay, two things. One thing is... the guy that wrote it, kind of a jerk. The second thing is... they have their own conference, which is cool. A lot of things have their own conference. That was not what the thing I was thinking was. The other thing I was thinking was, like, if a company built their whole app on Ruby, they're basically stuck with Ruby, so you're guaranteed as a Ruby developer to be there. And then the third thing about Ruby... You probably just jumped in and wrote the comment and then left, huh? gonna make it to 2:30 at least, but y'all, I'm getting hungry. Trying to make like a late lunch, like a late lunch lady. I'm like a lunch lady, but like a late lunch lady. If you know what I mean. I'm like a late lunch lady. Do you like a lunch or a late lunch? But I'm hungry. And we have class tonight, so I can't throw my schedule off too much here. I'm thinking about streaming maybe on different days. Oh, that's why I went on Twitch. Okay. Because I want to see some different folks. But you know what really pumped up the jams today was the hashtags, man. Like some real new crew came through. The new crew came through. Yeah. Anyway, so I said that because if anybody wants to suggest a person to raid, I'm open to suggestions. Okay, so firstly, understand that browsers match selectors from rightmost to left. So you're matching from the smallest key selector to the left. Okay. Browsers filter out elements in the DOM according to the key selector and traverse up its parent elements to determine matches. So basically what it's saying is like the most specific element will be matched. The most specific selector will be matched first. Okay, that's good to know. The shorter the length of the selector chain, the faster the browser can determine if that element matches the selector. Okay. Hence, avoid key selectors that are tag and universal selectors. Avoid key selectors that are tag. So what this is seeming to say to me is like the more specific your key selectors are, the better. Block element modifier methodology. This is also interesting because like when you get into frameworks or whatever, and also React, you almost never have classes in different components that say the same thing, like, because that's where the gotcha would get you. The gotcha would get you if the the DOM would have to like look at all of these things and then go up the parent chain and be like, oh no, that's the same as the other selector. Be aware of which CSS properties trigger refill, repaint, and compost. Do you ever have a thing where you like think it's a one word and then you're like, that's not the word it could be because composting would not be on this page? Compositing. Oh man. Oh, I just got Italian for a second. Oh man, here we are learning about the CSS. I have a good story about going to Italy and having an Italian accent when I shouldn't have, and then I got real excited about speaking Italian for the first time, and then I said something in Italian, and then someone that is actually Italian spoke back to me in Italian. I had no idea what they were saying, and then I had to be like, I'm sorry, I'm American, I speak English, can you please tell me what you were saying in English? And they were like, God. Yeah, the bathroom's up there and to the left. Okay. You're all lurking right now. It's fine. Man. Alright. I'm gonna put this in there, but I'm gonna write it in my own words later. It's too many words. It's too many words. Why does Google Docs do this? Why is Google Docs a jerk? Yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm trapped in Italy. What's happening? Oh no. Oh no. I'd like a pizza. It's a problem. I'm in trouble. Please don't talk to me in Italian. This is what happens when language apps work too well. They prepare you for one situation, but not the eventuality of an actual conversation. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna study Italian. I'm good. Okay, look. We got, oh my god, there's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 more CSS questions. Alright, are any of these easy questions? Because some of those were not too difficult. Preprocessors. Boo. Describe what you like or dislike about preprocessors. Nah. What would you implement? How would you implement a web design comp that uses non-standard fonts? Whatever. Explain how a browser determines what elements match a CSS selector. I mean that's a good thing to be able to explain for sure. Describe pseudo elements and discuss what they're used for. Certainly something that's good to explain. Pseudo elements like hover. Explain your understanding of the box model and how you would tell the browser and CSS to render your layout in different box models. Oh, okay. Gotta go eat lunch. What does this do? It just ensures that everything is gonna be a nice size. Yeah, that's good. What is the CSS display property? Okay, the most important property. And you can give a few examples of its use. Right, these are questions I actually think would be asked, I think. Not some of that weird stuff up there. What's the difference between inline and inline block? Does anybody know? What's the difference between relative, fixed, absolute? What is the difference? They're all different. Sorry, I've been yelling into my mic today. I'm just so passionate about it. What existing CSS frameworks have you used locally or in production? Bootstrap. How would you approve them? This is a good interview question. So far, this is the best interview question. Um, I guess for this one, I'd have to know what the new specs are and what was the old specs, and like where are we in the specs? When was this list created? Where are we in the timeline? Where are we in the timeline of when this question was written? How can I know what new is to this person? Can you explain the difference between coding a website to be responsive versus using a mobile-first strategy? Yeah, probably. How is responsive design different from adaptive design? Also a great interview question. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever worked with Retina graphics? Nope. Is there any reason you'd want to use... I mean, it wasn't a serious question, but yes, you're right on, Rascal. Right on. I'm just going over these to make sure that they're not like obnoxious. I think that the thing is, some of these are good interview questions to like suss out, have you actually touched CSS before? And some of these are like, some of them that were more at the top of it. Well, actually, this question. I don't know how to translate the translate method. Which is one that I got mad at. Is there any that I remember getting mad at? Oh, yeah, maybe we're getting mad at... I don't know why this is orange. Block formatting context. I'm still a little bit fuzzy on like how that differs from other things, but it does have to do with like creating basically a fixed block in your middle of your code that like makes other things collapse. Like that's bad. Maybe it was more some of the HTML stuff where I was like, oh hey. That is an excellent point, Rascal. That is an excellent point. And sometimes people are living in the past and they're not up to date, you know, and then they are going to ask this question about what do you think of AMD versus CommonJS? I'm going to be like, bro, literally, Crystal's going to laugh because I said I wouldn't use bro. Like, everyone has been using Babel and Node modules. Why are you using CommonJS? Can I help you get up to date? Hire me. I learned that this is pronounced iffy. Iffy. Okay, very good. I still don't understand curry. I don't understand what it is. Oh, I just got re-added to my own chat room. I think I really need to make an app that needs something like this because I don't understand what it is. Yep. I love the gap between like theoretical like knowledge, like school knowledge, and practical knowledge. It's so fun. Also, when would you use document.write? Like some people might still be using that, but even the MDN is like, don't ever use it. It's terrible. It breaks things. Also, people are like, don't use UA strings. Like, that's like pretty much said, don't use that. Lots of people still use Ajax, but I'm finding that's like less of a thing now. Yeah, and then all these JavaScript questions have been super fun. I think I need like some sarcastic vegetable. I say a lot of sarcastic things. I need like a sarcastic vegetable. My potato is like, deal with it. The broccoli is like, I'm working hard. The cat, I just love the cat. But I need a vegetable that is like thoroughly sarcastic. Like, what face do you make when you're being sarcastic? Basically I went up to do CSS because I didn't want to make this work. I didn't feel like doing this today. But hey, guess what? We'll get to do that next week. Maybe I won't even do it on stream. I mean, is duplicating a function? You just do a loop, right? Crystal is texting me things again. Crystal texted me an image that says, a recruiter I know has a $100,000 job to fill with a junior engineer. What? Historically excluded people are encouraged to apply. DM me for an intro. Let's just say we are going to boost that post. Oh, I'm not sharing it. I didn't share it. I just talked about it. Is that sharing? Anyway. Apparently I wasn't supposed to read that out loud. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm all out of beverages. And it's 2:40 and I'm hungry. And honestly, I didn't really dive into anything new today. I just mostly just told you all the things that I haven't done that I need to do. And we did a lot of Banky. So that's the number one thing we're going to take off our list is bank. Wow. Yeah, I did. No information was shared. We just, I mean, you could say that about lots of companies probably. So I'm just going to give myself a little pat on the back. And anybody we need to raid? Anybody we need to raid? Any 100 devs out there we need to raid? I don't have your lurk app up on here. Lurking? I don't have it anywhere. Where is it? Always lurking. The claw. What is the claw? Is that me? No, I'm not the claw. Who is this? Terawatt hour? No, who is this? I can't figure out who it is. Who is it? No. Who is this guy with the code shirt on, though? Oh, I can do that. Coding Garden. Coding garden? Ooh, I'm just gonna write coding garden because, like, what the heck? Why not? Coding garden. Wait, that's not how you spell it. That's how you spell it. Let's go over there. It looks like he's coding. Talking about middleware. It's got gardens, coding. It's all the things I like. Okay, well, this has been fun. And we'll see you next week. And next week we'll actually work on some code and do some more banking. Bye-bye.